The Drew Barrymore Show episode sparks debate on Meghan Markle's Hollywood pursuits. The Drew Barrymore Show recently aired an episode featuring actors Ben Schwartz, James Marsden, and Dustin Milligan, where Meghan Markle became the subject of humorous but pointed jokes. While the segment entertained audiences, it opened the door to a deeper public discourse about Markle's controversial transition from royalty to Hollywood. What may have seemed like light-hearted jabs resonated with underlying societal critiques of her evolving public persona, Hollywood challenges, and public skepticism. The segment underscored the challenges Markle faces as she attempts to redefine her image within Hollywood. Since stepping back from royal duties, critics argue her pursuit of fame through media ventures like her podcast Archetypes and Netflix docuseries Harry and Meghan has been fraught with missteps. The backlash stems from perceptions that these projects lack authenticity and depth, amplifying the public's doubts about her sincerity. Critics often paint Markle's Hollywood endeavors as desperate bids to remain in the limelight rather than genuine artistic or societal contributions. The repeated ridicule she endures in media suggests a growing cultural narrative that her ambitions are at odds with the values she once upheld as a working royal. Hypocrisy and disconnect from royal values. Markle's critics frequently accuse her of hypocrisy, alleging that she left the royal family citing the need for privacy, only to pursue a media-heavy lifestyle that hinges on her royal connections. Her advocacy for causes like mental health and women's rights, while admirable in theory, has also come under fire as being more performative than substantive. For example, while her speeches and projects often spotlight the struggles of working women, they've been juxtaposed against her luxurious lifestyle, leading to accusations of tone deafness and detachment from real-world struggles. Her public image, once characterized by elegance and compassion, now appears increasingly marred by perceived opportunism. Struggles to maintain relevance. Meghan Markle's Hollywood narrative also exemplifies broader societal debates on fame and authenticity. Critics argue that Markle's ventures reveal an over-reliance on her royal past, which continues to play a central role in her branding. Without the prestige of royal titles, maintaining public interest has proven challenging, as evidenced by underwhelming responses to some of her projects. For instance, her Spotify podcast was cancelled after a single season, prompting speculation about waning audience engagement. Engagement with social issues, sincere or opportunistic. One of the most polarizing aspects of Markle's post-royal life is her involvement in social causes. While she has used her platform to discuss topics like racial equity and feminism, detractors argue these initiatives often lack actionable outcomes. Furthermore, her public persona during high-profile events sometimes clashes with the values she promotes. For example, critics noted her appearance at a women's leadership summit in Nigeria was overshadowed by controversies surrounding her expensive wardrobe and perceived lack of cultural awareness. Public sentiment and cultural reflection. The jokes on The Drew Barrymore Show, while seemingly trivial, illustrate a growing public skepticism toward Markle's narrative. These quips encapsulate broader tensions around her identity as a celebrity who straddles the worlds of royalty and Hollywood. The episode also highlighted how society grapples with shifting ideas about fame and authenticity. Markle's journey underscores the challenges of breaking away from one identity to establish another, especially when both are under constant public scrutiny. Conclusion: a broader cultural debate. Ultimately, Meghan Markle's Hollywood transition is emblematic of larger cultural debates about the intersection of fame, privilege, and societal expectations. The laughter that echoed through the Drew Barrymore audience was not merely at her expense but at the broader complexities of navigating identity in a media-driven world. While her future remains uncertain, one thing is clear: her journey will continue to provoke discussion, debate, and divided opinions.